Not sure if many of you know, but we do have a virtual tier within the Design Coven, virtual pro member tier, which includes 3 virtual meetings a month where we set intentions. We do group coaching. So bring all your questions. We answer those questions and you get to learn from other people going through the same struggles as you. We also do a business practice meeting. So we'll have somebody on to share a business practice that we can all benefit from. And then we also do a product training. So getting a sustainable, eco-friendly line to come on, share who they are so that we can be supported with other like-minded businesses. And if you're not quite ready for pro, you can always join our free community where you will connect with other like-minded holistic interior designers. You don't have to be an interior designer if you are kind of just dabbling or you're aspiring or you're looking into this field. We invite everybody from all journeys, and you don't, again, have to be a designer. You don't have to have a degree. We're just a beautiful community of like-minded people looking to create healing spaces, not just for ourselves, but for our clients and future clients. Come join us at designcoven.com/join. You're listening to the Holistic Interior Design Podcast. This is a podcast that guides you as a new or inspiring independent interior designer navigating your entrepreneurial path. Here, with my over 20 years experience, I will share my holistic approach to design with intention and ancient practices, including Feng Shui, all incorporating mind, body, and spirit into my design projects. You will also learn from seasoned interior designers as they give strategies and insight of how they built their businesses and continue to work in the field. Together, we will discover supportive trade partners, new ideas, creatives, and inspiring artists from around the world. I am your host, Rachel Larraine Crawford. Hello, we are talking about the direction of north today and the element of water. And before we get into that, I would love to open our space, as I always do. I'm going to go ahead and light our candle, connecting with our higher selves, spirit. Just being really present in this moment as the candle lights. Of course, connecting with the bees with this beautiful Mithras Beeswax candle. I recommend dedicating ritual candles or candles to your work intentionally, whether it's lighting a candle before you meditate or you light a candle before doing your own personal work, journaling. It just really sets the mood for this space. So I like to bring that into our being, as well as ringing a bell, taking a deep breath, just being really present with ourselves at the moment. Today, I am nourishing myself with the element of water, as always, with a cup of tea from Paru. And this tea is a special blend that we created for the new moon in Taurus, I believe a year ago. And it has nettle leaf, raspberry leaf, rose petals, and anise. There's no caffeine in this. As I'm recording this is in the evening, and I'm just enjoying this tea as I start to go inward, setting the intention of nourishment as I receive the herbs. Alrighty, and I'm going to pull us a card. Today's card is the Meraki Tarot by Bouchette Design, and it's Kerri. Kerri Snook is the designer of this beautiful deck. The deck itself has like a rose petal finish on it. The back is charcoal with a moon and flowers and leaves, beautiful plants. So here we go. So our card for today is Strength. And this is connected with the number 8. And it's Strength. It has the lion on here with a crescent moon, a waning moon, and it has a hand that's coming out to touch the lion's mane, and it looks like the sun is also shining upon the lion. So this is courage, this is strength, this is moving forward, even when you are not sure or you're scared. It's about taking in that energy and pushing forward, pushing through. It's a soft push, it's a soft confidence, it's a soft set of strength. It's something that comes with experience and it's not forceful. So as you move forward in your endeavors, taking everything intentionally, moving slowly, and with strong courage. And so I just love this card. It also corresponds to the sign of Leo, of course. Alrighty, so today we are going to be talking about the direction of north. This is the element of water in the Feng Shui lineage. So I'm connecting with classical Feng Shui as I've been taught through the International School of Feng Shui. And so we are connecting water with that direction of north. There are other traditions where, the direction of the west is connected with water. But for today, we're talking north direction, connection with water, following the lineage in Feng Shui. Alrighty, so the north is the space of our career path. It's the space of life's journey. So if you listened on Tuesday's episode, just before this one, we had a beautiful conversation with Stephanie Caponi, who created Moon Void Tarot, and we spoke about her journey through tarot and how we can use tarot to help us on that journey connecting to the north. So today we're talking about water, and the element of water is associated with abundance, prosperity, movement, cleansing, purifying emotions, and moving with the flow. It's a space that is deeply rooted in emotions and mood. The corresponding planet would be the moon itself. The moon is a water sign. So really connecting with the ebbs and the flows here with water. In Feng Shui, we will use the color of water to represent that energy. So the colors would be black, anything that's blue, indigo, dark blue, all shades of blue connecting with water. It's going to be your corresponding color. The shape is more wavy, curvy patterns. So if you're designing or you want to bring a water element in without bringing actual water, you can bring that in with color. You can bring it in with shapes. So also like your art can have water in it. Your furniture can be curvy. It just has that beautiful flowy energy to it. And then the properties of water is liberal. It moves downward and it goes with the flow. The textures are going to be more of those open, weavy, flowy fabrics. And the direction of north is going to correspond to certain body parts as well as water. So in Feng Shui, that's going to connect to our kidneys. It's going to connect to the bladder, our blood, bones, teeth, ears, hair, and the reproductive system. All of those are associated with the element of water. So if you're looking at your home in the north direction, and if there's some things there's clutter there or it's clogged up, and it might be a reflection of what's happening within your body in any of those body parts. So in Feng Shui, there's elements and materials, the elements that are going to be supportive. So the element that supports water is metal. So metal holds water. So if you're wanting to bring in another element, and a really great element to bring in to support the water is going to be metal. The reductive element, the softer element that's going to bring down the water. If there's too much water going on, you're going to want to include a wood element, which could be natural plants. And then the destructive element that's going to totally dam up or stop water from flowing is going to be the earth element. So if you want to be more in flow, or you want to be really intentional about being more free flowy in your space, you can use those shapes and colors and just stay away from those really grounding elements of earth, which are going to be things that are square or things that are more rooted, things that are darker, because that's going to dam up some of that flow if you're looking to be more expansive in the flowy space. In the direction of north, there's other schools of Feng Shui that don't necessarily do the actual direction, but they'll have, that career and life path space on the back wall map, which is at the center down below at the very bottom square. Center bottom square is where they have north, and that's usually where they'll say, this is your entry. So this is associated with the entry. This is associated with your life path. Where do you start on your path? So connecting with the north, we want to make sure that your home is well lit. At the entry, you're going to want to have a beautiful welcome mat that's clean and clear. Soft plants, you want to stay away from any plants that are pokey at the entrance. You want to be able to have a light to see your actual address. And you're also going to want to activate that door. You're going to want to activate the chi coming into your space. And in order to do that, you want to use the front door as much as possible. I know there's many homes where you enter in the garage and you kind of go in through the kitchen or you go in through a mudroom, but at some point during the day, you're going to want to open up the front door because that's where the main chi, the main energy is coming into the home. So that's your entry point. Some other things you might want to think about when you're incorporating water is actual water outside of your home. And you're going to want to be around water that's more gentle, nothing that's rushing, nothing that's loud, nothing that's abrupt. So think of sandy beaches, sheltered lakes, streams that are coming together. Again, water is about prosperity and abundance. So you want the money to be coming towards you or coming into that stream space. Same thing with any fountains that are outside of your home or your pool. You want your pool in the backyard to gather. You don't really want an infinity pool because that's projecting water out. That's basically having money leave you. Same thing with a fountain. You want the fountain to be facing the home, bringing the money into the home versus money going out of the home. All of this stuff, it has a lot of symbolism and it represents things. So psychologically, we see things, we connect with things, and with water leaving the home, that's a representation of water and money leaving your space. And then you're also going to want to make sure that you fix any leaks. Again, water leaving the home means money is leaving the home. And if you do have those fountains or ponds, a pool, you want to make sure that that water is clean and clear, nice and pristine. Water also for me represents health. So if it's stagnant or there's algae growing in it, or anything like that where it's just sickly, you're going to want to wash that out because that's going to represent, again, water is connected with purification. So keeping that in alignment for you. The bathrooms, a lot of times we will design bathrooms with a lot of blue and there's already a lot of water in there. So that's one of those places that I would bring in more of that wood element with natural plants coming in. To stop all that water from leaving the space. We don't want an overflow of water leaving your home. In the direction of north, which is where we're talking about the career and life purpose area. This is a great space to set the intention of what you're wanting to do in the world. This is the space that you want to connect with your purpose, to connect with how you are seen, how you share your light with others. This is also connected to your car because this is how you travel in the world. So making sure that your vehicle is also clean and clear. The windows are clean and clear so that you can see out. So you have a bright outlook on life. Same thing with like your entry door, making sure that the windows there in the front are nice and clean and clear. Some practices that I like to do connecting with water is to create moon water. So I will create moon water under a new moon or a full moon, and that's simply putting water out under the moon. Usually I'll put it in a container and I like to use distilled water, or you can use spring water, drinking water, and you might make tea with that the next day. Put it in a spray bottle and just, spritz your aura with that beautiful moon water. I like to also use water as a release. Remember, it's a purification. It's a way to detox. So I'll go out to the ocean, set the intention of releasing, and I'll release all that energy from my body into my feet and out into that beautiful salt water. I like to also visualize water for abundance. So whenever I'm feeling lack or like there's not enough, I like to go up to the ocean and just visualize that as abundance and just being overwhelming so much that I can't even take in all that abundance. It's just a way to set a perspective of what's really available to you. I also love doing tea ceremonies, connecting with water in that way. So tea in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening before you wrap up, like really creating a ritual before bed, along with baths. Baths are probably my most favorite ritual to connect with the element of water. And then lastly, we have crystals that are corresponding to water, and that's going to be a moonstone. Moonstone for me is complete water. It connects to the moon, it connects to intuition, it connects to that space. So you can meditate with that. Aquamarine is also a beautiful watery stone. That to me is, connecting to our throat, but also being in flow and connecting with the ocean and the streams. Clear calcite is a beautiful crystal to connect with the direction of north with the career path, because that's giving you a clear visual of where you're going. And then the last crystal that I like to use here is black obsidian, which is a very protective crystal without being too hard. It's a soft protection. So if you think of your front door being in the north, having some black obsidian at the front door is just going to give you a nice protective energy as you come in to your space. That kind of just gave you a little overview of the element of water and Feng Shui, connecting with that direction of north and the career path and life journey. I'd love to know what your water rituals are, how you connect with water. I feel like water is such a healing element all around. Whenever I'm feeling stressed out or overwhelmed, I can always jump into a bath or even just taking a shower to help detox, help release certain things. And same thing when you're coming out of a meeting with somebody or it just doesn't feel good and you just need to have a clearing. I like to have rose water in my car where I can just do a clean little spritz, or even just the act of washing your hands under running water is a beautiful practice for that purification. And that's all I have for us today in our little mini Feng Shui session, connecting us with water. Take care. You've been listening to the Holistic Interior Design Podcast. If it's one that you have been enjoying, please share with anyone else that you think can benefit from this knowledge, and leave us a 5-star review that helps us get seen and found by other new and aspiring interior designers. And if you're looking for mentorship, I invite you to join our club here at the Design Coven. It's a bridge between school and real life interior design. We get in much deeper there. We have virtual and in-person events, so everyone is welcome. You don't need to have a design degree to be part of it, just an interest in holistic interior design. I also want to thank our editor, Marcy Ferry, and lastly, Kinseth Thibodeau, who is our music composer. Until next time, be well, and we will see each other soon.